Americans may not put much thought into the growing rift in relationships to the North and South, but that could change. This new invisible wall of tariffs being built by Donald Trump could act as a barrier for millions of American families.
There could be some temporary short-term disruption, and people will understand that.
It was a stunning admission that there would be consequences to tying border security issues to trade. And now a tariff on the nearly $1 trillion worth of imports from Canada and Mexico will do the exact opposite of what Trump campaigned on.
The price of household goods will start to plummet. Groceries and rent will no longer break your budgets.
We calculate 1.2% increase in average prices. And that may sound small, but hey, inflation is a big story. Inflation and why the Fed won't cut its interest rates.
That isn't something that's being sold to the American public, who instead have been told a tale of a time no one remembers.
We were at our richest from 1870 to 1913. That's when we were a tariff country. And then they went to an income tax concept, and how did that work out?
Back then, tariffs on dutiable imports to the U.S. reached as high as 50% before free trade policies were embraced. It's now at risk and could result in potential disruptions to the global economy.
25% is a very big number, and so the fallout is not going to be trivial.
Hours ahead of the tariff deadline, concerns were voiced, including from the National Association of Home Builders, warning of a potential slowdown in domestic home construction, impacting housing affordability. The burgeoning trade war was far from mind at Trump's Florida golf course, where he started his Saturday, but is a glaring reality coming into focus, that the tariff tit-for-tat is likely to become an economic avalanche.
You're going to get unemployment in the U.S. firms that export to Mexico and Canada. It takes time to change your selling pattern.
Reggie, is there any sense of what Trump hopes to gain with these tariffs?
Well, Carolyn, President Trump is seeking to extend and expand trillions of dollars in tax cuts that typically benefit the wealthiest, but there's little money for that. The U.S. pulls in less than $100 billion annually in trade penalties, and these tariffs will help fill the coffers, but they'll be paid for off the backs of the American consumer. So the president needs to build trust in his plan while bracing for the blowback, including from the markets, which are important to Trump. If Wall Street tanks on Monday, he will take notice, and his reaction could mimic any next steps. Carolyn?
Reggie Cecchini in Washington, thank you.